Let's go!
I think it was a good conference, right? But was it a, do I think that everyone's gonna be mind blown by what they were shown today? I feel like a lot of it was expected. The individual game that I am the most excited about from this reveal is Resident Evil 8. The other Capcom game looks awesome in concept, but too far away to get excited. That Square Enix game looks awesome in concept, too far away to get to be excited. Like a few of these things that I'm cool with are just too far away. There is very few things to appeal to like super hardcore audiences. Like Sony has some super hardcore audiences by the balls. Sometimes like you have these grand scope games that are gonna make everyone go like, wow, cool. Like Spider-Man and Horizon and you know, things like that. Demon's Souls was one of them. Demon's Souls is like, super hardcore audience, we're gonna go after them. And that was their Demon's Souls thing. I feel like they needed to do more of that. They needed to be more like things that just grab this super hardcore audience by the balls, make them scream that they're so happy, make them flip out with reaction videos and shit like that. And if there's more games to come, like if this is the first of many, I don't know. I don't even know if there's been an announcement that there's more stuff that's gonna be happening. But a lot of what they're doing is like broad scope stuff, you know? Very like this game's gonna appeal towards almost everyone. They're very low risk sort of reveals in many ways. So that's why I feel like it's a 7. Like a lot of what happened here felt very safe. Felt very safe. I mean, I'm sold. Everything I think looks great. I'm not saying, I'm not talking shit. A comparison to what Microsoft has been doing and what games they seemingly have in the back burner, this is infinitely fucking better. I don't think Microsoft is gonna come close to impressing with their first party stuff in any way like this. I don't think so. Xbox's reveal technically didn't even happen yet because Xbox's reveal was only third-party games. But I don't think Microsoft's gonna come close at all. I don't think they're coming close at all compared to this and the scale of which they're showing things. I don't think Halo is gonna look nearly as impressive as Horizon. In no way. Absolutely not. I have zero confidence that Microsoft has any idea how to like grab people with Gears or Halo or probably their most impressive game over the Xbox, like their big AAA games over the previous generation, most likely is Forza. Says a lot, right? That says a lot. That Forza is really the big impressor now. You know what? I'm glad that the PS5 and the Xbox look way different than each other. You know, I'm gonna say that. I don't think Xbox is gonna be able to beat it. I think Xbox by comparison might be like a 6 or a 5. Because I think Xbox is gonna have they're gonna show a lot of stuff what the console can do and backwards compatibility and yada yada yada, which is great. That's the stuff I'm actually the most excited about for Xbox. But do I think that their games are gonna hit on the same level that Sony's games will? Absolutely not, man. I don't think any first-party Microsoft games are gonna have the oomph of even what Demon's Souls and Spider-Man did. Because I think those games have some fucking oomph. Horizon doesn't have the oomph for me, but it definitely has oomph. That game sold a lot. I think Hellblade 2 will be cool, but I didn't even play Hellboy 1. When's the Microsoft event? Probably in less than a month. They'll probably be at the beginning of July, but we don't know yet. Halo Infinite, I do not have much faith is gonna be good, right? I don't know, maybe it's just me. Pragmata is gonna be, right, on PC. Ghostwire is gonna be on PC. I think Pragmata is really cool. We were talking about it. That's gonna be a cool ass Capcom game. I don't know, for like big surprises, I don't think the PS5 event was great. I think it was good. I think they had enough stuff to be like, all right, yeah. I don't know when the fuck anything's coming out, right? That's the thing. Nothing said of a launch date or what's actually coming out at launch. Nothing said anything about that. But when Microsoft eventually does have their conference, I don't think anything first party from Microsoft can get me surprised at this point, because we already know Killer Instinct's not happening. Do you think Bloodborne is still happening? I do. I don't know when or if they're gonna make that announcement. You gotta realize, chat, they spoke nothing of backwards compatibility today. They spoke nothing of what the system is going to enhance or play the previous generation games. They spoke nothing of the generations before that. We know very little of what the PlayStation 5 is actually going to do. We know very little of what that system is doing other than it looks like a big fucking modem. This shit is like this big, right? And okay, just by comparison, here's my chest, here's my head. This shit is tall as fuck. It's like 1.5 feet. It is insanely, this is the longest system I have ever fucking seen. It's nuts. It's bigger than an original Xbox. But I think the chance of them showing that their previous generation games are going to be running better or anything like that is going to be saved for, like, you know, a future show. That's going to be saved for a bit later. They're waiting. This is all about games, right? This event was all about games, and here's the hardware reveal, but no date, no price, no talk about what's changing with PSN, no talk about anything else. What the hardware is actually going to do in terms of convenience. Why do we need a disk drive in one? Nothing, right? They're saving it. Yeah, they're essentially saving that shit for a bit later. Microsoft was probably hoping that Sony was going to say something here about their price, but Sony didn't. Now it seems like the ball's in Microsoft's court, but it can get stolen again. Right now, there's a big game of chess happening between Microsoft and Sony, even though Sony's gonna win regardless. They're playing chess with each other, and they are attempting to one-up each other again because this is how Sony won the previous generation. Sony won the previous generation by making a trailer with a cell phone back in 2013 between Shuhei Yoshida and what's his name? The dude that runs Iron Galaxy now, that is like the leader of Iron Galaxy. And that little video of like, here's how you share a pre-owned game. There you go. And that was it. That won. Adam Boyes, yeah. That trailer, that little thing that Adam Boyes and Shuhei Yoshida made, that was the checkmate. This little thing that they filmed. Throw up a light. Took no time. That tiny trailer was made in direct response to what Microsoft said within like 24 hours. And they won. So you gotta understand where Microsoft is coming from. They are not wanting that shit to happen again. It worked. It was 20 seconds long. It was hilarious. It was the smartest thing they could have ever have done because Microsoft was doing everything to piss people off at the time. If they can get our PS4 games, at least our big first-party PS4 games, Horizon 1, Bloodborne, Spider-Man, God of War, if we can get those games running in better frame rates and higher resolutions, yeah, I care. I really care. If we can get, you know, going back several generations, that this PlayStation 5 is going to represent all the PlayStations and you can play games from all PlayStations, I think that's a pretty big deal. I care about that too. I think that's dope. Specifically, I want to play God of War, Spider-Man PS4, and Bloodborne on high frame rates, high resolutions. That's what I want. Really bad. Xbox is already doing that, right? Xbox is already doing that. The problem is, here's my problem with the Xbox already doing that. I don't care about any Xbox One games, except Killer Instinct. And I already have KI on PC. That's my issue with the Xbox is like, the Xbox One X already is doing that for me. I stick in my disc of Fusion fucking Frenzy into my Xbox One X, it reads the disc and I play Fusion Frenzy or Ninja Gaiden Black or any of these crazy old games at like 4K and they look incredible. They're already doing it. That's why I like think the Series X is fucking awesome. There is no Xbox One exclusive games outside of KI, which already scales up on the One X and already is on PC. There's no other Xbox One games I give a shit about that are first party. Like what could you boost up higher from the Xbox One console generation that I give a shit about? I'm sure some people will say things like Gears and Halo and Forza, stuff like that. What else was like I'm actually curious and I want to be proven wrong. From the Xbox One generation that can be bumped up. You guys are saying KOTOR and Sunset. Yeah, Sunset Overdrive's a good one. But you guys are saying like KOTOR and all these old games. No, I'm not saying those games. I'm saying Fable. You thinking, damn it, chat, get on the same level as everybody else. We're talking about Xbox One games. Are we gonna be excited about Rise and Cuphead getting resolution boosts? Sunset Overdrive, that's a good one. But isn't Sunset Overdrive already on PC? Isn't Hellblade already on PC? Aren't a lot of these games? Isn't Rise already on PC? All these games, we've already seen what they can possibly look like when they're running better. So all things considered, the fact that my new Xbox is gonna run my Xbox One games better doesn't do a lot for me. Sony has console exclusives that they can bump up and upgrade that nobody's ever seen before. So that as a selling point for Microsoft isn't as profound as it being a selling point for Sony. All I'm saying is that backwards compatibility, Microsoft already did it, right? That was a selling point of the Xbox One console generation series. The Xbox One S and the Xbox One X Right. The PS5 having backwards compatibility is like a true selling point because, one, this is new to Sony. This is new to the PlayStation 4/PlayStation 5. And if it can bump up those PS4 games that everyone really fucking loves, the console generation exclusives that people really fucking love, and see them look better, that's a big deal. And then there's people who can't afford $2,000 gaming PCs. I don't know why the fuck you're buying Alienware. What are you doing, dude? You can go buy a gaming PC right now that is going to vastly outperform what the Xbox Series X is going to be by going to nzxt.com and buying something for like way under $1,000. The problem is that you have to do homework. And that's what people don't like doing. That's why Steve specifically, does not like PC gaming. He doesn't like doing the homework. He likes having a box that just does the thing that he wants. Xbox is gonna have to pull out a fucking miracle. Because to me, it seems like what Microsoft spending millions on tens and hundreds of millions of dollars buying all these developers up. I don't know, and they're probably going to be trying to get into the newscape, right? They're going to be trying to get new titles and new franchises, right? Which is cool, but at the same time, that's such a gamble. It seemed to me, okay, here's what it seems like. It seems like Microsoft has no idea what to do with its insane amount of money. Like Halo going through absolute development hell, which Halo Infinite has been going through for years. I would absolutely love to be wrong. And I think Microsoft worked for these guys for literally years, technically. I'd love to be wrong. We shall see. They lack exclusives. That's just... Nintendo has nothing but exclusives. Sony had a shit ton of amazing exclusives throughout the PS4 generation. Xbox had Gears and Forza. And a Halo that pissed everybody off.